In a country unlike any other on Earth, there are places that most people would never dare to approach. Places where danger is not just a possibility, but a constant reality. Places where a single step could become the last decision of your life. Scorching heat that burns the skin. Toxic gases that suffocate the air. Ancient tribes living by mysterious traditions, and predators waiting silently in the shadows. This is not a legend, and it is not a fictional story. This is a real journey into some of the most dangerous places on our planet. Today, we take you deep into Ethiopia, a land where survival itself is a daily challenge, and where only the truly fearless can endure. Chapter 1: The Land of Fire, Afar Depression. There is a place on Earth that looks as if it was carved straight out of hell itself, a place where the ground burns, the air is toxic, and the landscape feels almost alien. This is the Afar Depression, one of the hottest and most extreme environments on the entire planet. Temperatures here can rise above 50 degrees Celsius, but the heat is only the beginning, because in this land, the ground itself is alive. Pools of molten lava bubble beneath the surface, toxic vapors escape from deep underground, and the earth can split open without warning. In some areas, there are lakes filled with acid, real acid, powerful enough to dissolve metal. And yet, despite these deadly conditions, people still live here, the Afar people. For generations, they have survived in this brutal land. Every day, the men travel deep into the desert to extract blocks of salt from the earth. They walk for hours, sometimes days, under a merciless sun, surrounded by toxic gases, unstable ground, and one of the harshest climates on Earth, which raises an inevitable question: why would anyone choose to live here? The answer is simple: because for the Afar people, this land is not just a place, it is their home. Chapter 2: A Volcano That Never Sleeps, Erta Ale. Deep within the hostile lands of the Afar Depression, there is a volcano unlike almost any other on Earth, a volcano that never truly rests. This is Erta Ale. For centuries, this restless giant has been constantly active, spilling heat and molten fire into the night sky. But what makes this volcano truly extraordinary is what lies inside its crater, a rare and terrifying sight, a lake of liquid lava. Only a few volcanoes on Earth contain such a phenomenon, a glowing sea of fire, endlessly bubbling and shifting, reaching temperatures hotter than almost anything humans can endure. Standing near the edge of this crater, you can hear the deep rumble of the earth itself. The air vibrates with heat, the ground trembles beneath your feet, and one wrong step could mean falling directly into a pool of molten rock. Despite the danger, explorers and scientists from around the world have been drawn to Erta Ale, not for adventure alone, but to understand the violent forces shaping our planet. Yet even they must tread carefully, because here, the Earth is still being formed, and it does not forgive mistakes. Chapter 3: The Alien Landscape of Dallol. Not far from the fiery crater of Erta Ale lies a place so strange it barely looks like Earth at all. Welcome to Dallol. At first glance, the landscape appears breathtaking. pools of bright yellow, fields of glowing green, and strange mineral formations painted in orange and white. It looks almost like a surreal painting, but these colors hide something deadly. The ground here is filled with highly acidic pools and toxic gases constantly rising from the earth. Temperatures in Dallol are among the highest ever recorded for a permanently inhabited region on Earth. In some areas, the surface is so unstable that it could collapse without warning. One wrong step, and a person could fall into boiling acidic water. Scientists often describe Dallol as one of the most extreme environments ever studied. Some even compare it to conditions that might exist on other planets. Yet even here, life somehow persists. Tiny microorganisms have adapted to survive in this toxic and scorching environment. Proof that life can exist even in the most hostile places imaginable. Chapter 4. The Salt Caravans. While the land of the Afar Depression is one of the harshest environments on Earth, for the Afar people, it has been home for generations. Every day before sunrise, groups of men travel deep into the salt flats. Using simple tools, they cut large blocks of salt from the ground, work that is exhausting, dangerous, and performed under one of the most brutal suns on the planet. Once the salt is extracted, the blocks are loaded on long caravans of camels. These caravans can stretch for hundreds of meters, slowly moving across the desert for days at a time. The journey is difficult. Heat exhaustion, dehydration, and sudden sandstorms are constant threats. Yet this ancient trade continues, because for centuries, salt was one of the most valuable resources in the region, sometimes even used as currency. And even today, the salt caravans remain a powerful symbol of endurance and human resilience. Chapter 5. The Deadly Waters of the Omo River. Far from the burning deserts of the north, another dangerous world exists in southern Ethiopia, a world shaped not by fire, but by water. This is the region of the Omo River. At first glance, the river appears calm and peaceful, but beneath the surface lurks a deadly predator, the Nile crocodile. These massive reptiles can grow over 5 meters long and possess one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. Silent and patient, they wait beneath the water for the perfect moment, and when they strike with terrifying speed. For the people living along the banks of the Omo River, this danger is part of everyday life. The river provides water, food, and transportation, but it also demands constant vigilance, because here, the line between survival and disaster can be only a few seconds.